And today we're reacting to 3 true scary Tinder horror stories animated. We're gonna keep it going, man. Y'all showed a lot of love on the Hooters one. That was that was a good one, man. So let's get into these, bro. Let's not waste no more time. I love y'all, man. Let's get into it. Let's do it. Man, I'm hungry, man. Somebody send something to the house, bro. I'll get y'all back. Let me turn this down, cause see they playing this music. Trying to scare niggas, man. Inspired by. Bro, play the video, man.
From university. My friends and I went on a little grad trip to celebrate. But once I got home, I realized I hadn't made any plans for my 22nd birthday, which was just around the corner. Since all my girlfriends were off doing their own things already, I thought I might as well fool around on Tinder. I've never been regularly on it,
for your
but
birthday?
Every once in a while I get a little itch for a squeeze, and Tinder's always been able to satisfy that. As per usual, I matched with a guy fairly quickly. He was about my age with the kind of build that I like. Tall but not skinny, and not so tall that he's weird looking. He was clean cut too, shaven with an almost military haircut and some pretty sharp clothes. We talked a little bit, and I was hoping to talk a bit more before we met. But this guy was very forward and asked to meet almost immediately. He never even asked me what I got my degree in when I told him I just graduated from college. Of course, I had my own intentions of seeing him from the beginning as well, but I would have taken a little more time to get there if I'd gotten my way. I tried to get him to be more open about himself before I outright agreed to anything, but he wasn't super willing to talk about his interests.
What was he saying?
All he said was that he'd been a little down recently because he was hurting on money, but he really wanted to take me on a date despite that.
He's straight up. He's straight up with it. I ain't got too much money in my pocket, but you know what I'm saying. I've been my feelings been hurt because I've been my pockets hurt. I definitely been there, bro. That money, bro. They say money don't buy happiness. It sure don't, but it helped though. You know what I'm saying? That definitely changed how you looking at things for a minute. Feel me? But hey, he still want to take Shorty out. You know, my pocket's hurting, but let's go out or something.
That's when he suggested a bar I'd never been to, and acted like he was a well-known regular there. I jokingly asked if he was an alcoholic or something, but he brushed it off and said we should talk about that in person, with the excuse that he wasn't a great texter and was more of a talker. I was skeptical.
I'm not mad at that. I've been there.
After a little more, he finally broke me down, and I agreed to meet him later that night. At first, it was a relief to see that he actually looked like what he did in the pictures, but the relief wore off pretty quickly. I couldn't get over the fact that there was something off-putting about him. It had to be the gaunt stare in his eyes or the smile that looked so forced.
Like he got a shit.
But for some reason, I just wanted to brush it off and
bathroom,
give him a
sir?
chance to loosen up. We both had a few drinks and talked for the next couple of hours.
Sir!
But things were weird the whole time. For one thing, his interactions with the bartenders didn't make it seem like he was a well-known regular at all. But I didn't say anything about it. I didn't really get a chance, actually. Throughout the night, he kept asking me if I wanted to meet him at the hotel he'd been staying at for the past few nights, but I kept brushing it off. I didn't like the sound of that for several reasons, the least of which was the fact that if he was really tight on money like he said he was, then it was probably some cheap, creepy motel. But more so was that it made his intentions painfully clear. He was just looking for a one-night stand. After a while, I decided to pay for my drink so I could start heading out. However, my date stopped me and became insistent that he pay for me. Whoa, what the hell are you doing?
Well, you said you were short of money.
No, that's really sweet, but you don't have to. I'll take care of it. I'd have a guilty conscience if I made you pay.
Really? It's fine.
What's up with him? What's up with him?
It's a few drinks. I don't have to.
Being too nice! Stop making this harder on me! I'm sorry.
No, sir. No, sir. Ain't no I'm sorry. Nope. Yo, ain't no I'm sorry. I can't deal with this. You one of them niggas that get mad, start punching yourself in the head. Talk about. Nah, don't worry about it. Hey, be easy though. Have a good night. Ladies, because I know y'all be watching. Y'all like these videos. Y'all was commenting. Ladies, I know I ain't got to tell y'all. But if that right there, buddy start acting any type of, let me go ahead about my business, man. Nah, I'm straight on that.
That was ridiculous. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to snap at you like that.
Right.
That was inexcusable.
It's okay. You can pay.
I'm just a little drunker than I thought I was.
It's fine.
Yeah.
After that outburst, I started texting all of my friends looking for a way out.
Yeah, that's definitely one of those get on the phone. Hey, call me. What happened? At that point, bro, you scaring me like that, I'm gonna have to make it serious, bro. Who died? What? Oh my God! I'm so sorry. I gotta go. Hey, and just run out that bitch. I'm gone. I gotta go.
Hoping that just one of them would be able to get me. But they all basically...
Nah, you ain't got real friends.
I should have ditched him and went home by myself. But I just got so bummed out that I felt like I really needed a date for the rest of the night. So I folded and agreed to go to his hotel room. Again, I was expecting something dingy, so I was baffled when we walked into the lobby of a 5-star high-rise hotel. I couldn't tell whether to be mad at him for lying about how much money he had or to be glad that he actually wasn't broke. But then things took a drastic turn for the worst. My heart sank.
Excuse me, hold on.
Locked the door behind us. I then looked all over his room and it was completely clean. Not like he'd been living there for multiple days like he said. The only thing in there was...
I mean, that's our room service, right? That's why we got room service, right?
It's a big empty suitcase. I turned around and felt my blood run cold when I saw the smile of a psychopath on his face.
Oh, God. Fight to the death. It's time to fight to the death. Oh, yeah. See, when he doing all that laughing, that's when you just attack. Because he thinks this is sweet. Fight back.
Why are you laughing?
Squeeze his testicle.
Where is all your stuff?
Hell no.
I'm looking right at it.
Oh, my God!
And since then, the suitcase has been retrieved within a nearby forest. The story was inspired by a tragic Tinder date gone haywire. As portrayed in the animation, a woman named Grace meets up with a man on Tinder named Jesse.
Oh, no.
In the footage below, the pair can be seen meeting at a bar and grabbing drinks, and even going as far as hooking up. The pair then head to the man's hotel flat. Hours later, the man can be seen as the only one that appears to leave the flat, without a trace of the woman. The man was seen holding a suitcase while checking out, which prompts investigators to only assume the worst. Police have since apprehended the man, who has now been serving jail time.
So she was in there? Get this off of my screen, bro. Alright, we get it. We understand. We can get it. Alrighty, we get it. Hey, before we get back into the video, I got a way you can make some extra bread. I know you bored at home right now, bro. And all you have to do is play games and get paid for it. If you hit the link in my description or scan the QR code on the screen right now, you can sign up to freecash.com and start getting paid right now. And they make it extremely simple. First, just create an account like any other site and email and password. And once you get in, you'll see a wall of games and offers immediately. Pick a game that you actually like, play through the levels, and the cash will land straight into your free cash account. It's basically turning your downtime into a hustle without you even thinking about it. People pulling $10 to $20 a day, and with some effort, you can go way higher than that. You can spend a couple bucks in game to hit levels faster that'll ultimately give you bigger offers and payouts. That's the method on how some users end up making hundreds, even 500 or more on certain offers. But you don't have to spend any money. You can literally stick to the free levels and still cash out. The whole point is when you're taking a break from those Astral Dior videos, doom scrolling, looking at women, you can be playing and earning at the same time. Get to your money, bro. And once you run it up and want to cash out, you've got options of PayPal or gift cards. So if you want to get to that extra cheese, hit the link in the description or scan the code on the screen, sign up for free, and start playing for cash on your spare time. And when you use my link or QR code, you get $5 bonus to get you started, bro. Go ahead, get to it. Let's do it. Putting all that shit in our face, bro.
I was just like any other girl in college. When I got bored, I wanted some action in my life. Tinder was always an easy place to look. My friends told me to avoid it because there had recently been some stories about people going missing from Tinder dates gone tragically wrong, and the police still hadn't captured the person responsible. I didn't want to ask for trouble, but I'd been dry almost the whole semester, so I was willing to take the risk. I laid up in bed one night and swiped right on just about every dude I saw. I guess I was pretty desperate, but the longer a dry spell goes on, the more I'm willing to go for someone below my league. After swiping right on probably about 100 guys, I finally called it quits for the night and tried going to sleep. A few minutes later, I got a notification. I was super excited to see it was a Tinder match, but then my excitement diminished a bit when I saw who it was. He was below.
Oh my God! Who is that? Yo, he would have got reported too fast. Yo, y'all got aliens on your shit. report him. I would have just put it on there that he was sexually harassing or something like that. I would have just put charges on him. I would have put stuff on him for sure. Hey, this is a bad person. He on here saying wild things.
Not someone I would ever tell my friends about, but still doable. I shot him a message and laid my phone down so I wouldn't seem too desperate. But I still picked it right back up a minute later when I got another notification from Tinder. Surprisingly, it wasn't a text back, but another match. Unfortunately, it was another below-average looking guy, and this one was a bit uglier. I still shot him a message.
A bit?
And this time, before I even had time to turn off my screen, I got a third match. Even though these weren't the best catches,
I was
still starting to feel like this was all too good to be true. It was just happening really close together. I will say it boosted my ego a lot, though. I texted the third guy, who was just about as
Hi. Yeah, something's not right here.
ugly as the second, and got busy in a back-and-forth conversation with all three of them at once. I ended up deciding to meet up with the first guy that night since he was the best looking. And a few minutes later, after getting ready for a night full of dirty dates, I left home. I had to go across town in the middle of the night, but that's something I'm used to. When I arrived at his door, I hesitated to knock for a few seconds. People were shouting inside, like roommates were arguing. I was a little concerned that I may have gotten myself into a situation I didn't sign up for. But then again, I was ready for just about anything, so I finally got the nerve to knock on the door. Within a moment, he opened up, and what I saw absolutely floored me. I hadn't been talking to 3 different guys that night. I was talking to the same man, a 3-headed man.
Good evening.
Good evening. Shut up, you two. She was talking to me. Sorry about them. They think it's their date too, but it's my turn first, right?
Yeah, right.
Anyways, please come in. I made dinner.
But it's my turn first, right? Oh God, where do y'all live, or where do you? How is it?
Want something to drink? I have chocolate milk, Mountain Dew, water.
No thanks. I brought my own stuff since you said you were making dinner.
Show me what y'all's life.
Could my brothers have some?
Sure. Oh no.
Wait, wait, hold on. If we all share the same stomach, why we need 3 different drinks? I'd be offending the hell out of this nigga. I'd be like, oh, so does it all go to one stomach?
No, it looks like I'm all out.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Here, you can have mine.
Actually, I'm good. I'm already tipsy.
Tipsy enough to smash? Shut up, Mr. Right. You're gonna ruin it for us. Actually, since she's facing opposite us, I'm Mr. Right to her. You guys are just accessories. Says the guy hanging slack-jawed off my shoulder.
Cheers, fellas.
Cheers. Geez, slow down, you glutton. Hey, what's the big deal? You've only got 2 arms, you jerks. Let me have some.
You guys do know that you could do whatever you want with your own mouths, right?
I think there's something we'd all like to do with our mouths. I call dibs on the cheeks.
Then I'll take the mouth. Looks like middleman's gonna smell fishy.
Who was writing this? Who was writing this? Whoever wrote this, you need to get them off the team. Cause they playing around with y'all's artwork, bro, and voices. Get them off the squad, bro.
Boys, behave now. If there's something we can all agree on, we would like to...
Hey, what the hell?
You idiots are ruining my chances of losing my virginity!
One at a time, dummy, and I'll go first. No, me first.
You guys are crazy.
Yeah, crazy in love.
They say 3 times is a charm.
Let's have a threesome, guys.
Get away from me!
Hey, middleman, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, what did you do to him?
What the hell happened to this nigga?
I didn't do anything.
You're lying! You better fess up to whatever you did to our brother.
Yeah, or else.
I swear, I didn't do anything.
I was about to be taken out, facing death in the hands of the 3-headed dragon.
They are
or
so
in other
serious
words, my
right
Tinder date. But everything suddenly came crashing down when the right guy said, "She's lying. Get her."
You did this.
Whew, that was close.
I'm sure some would argue that only counts as one, but in my book, that counts as three.
That might have been the worst one we've ever seen of our lives. Jesus! That might have been the worst one we've ever seen in our lives. Don't ever add nothing like that again in these videos. Pissing me off. Pissed me off. Damn, look at this nigga's head. That's at 26? That is not no damn 26-year-old.
This was not even a month ago. I used to be on Tinder all the time for hookups and stuff, but now I don't really do that anymore. It was pretty obvious that most of the guys I matched with were just looking to get inside my pants, but I held out for a little while and eventually matched with a guy who we'll call Rob. Rob was actually promising.
5'9", okay. Photographer, and he 5 miles away.
In the beginning, someone who was both good looking.
You look like Michael Cera, but hey,
like a genuinely good person. We texted on the app for a little while, but got each other's phone number to make it feel less like a hookup. Initially, Rob seemed like he was on board with everything I wanted. After a few days of texting, he seemed like an alright guy. The only thing I found weird about him at the time was how many selfies of me he asked for. I didn't mind it though, because he seemed happy with what I sent him without trying to convince me to be any more revealing. Of course, I was still hesitant to go on the first date with him, knowing it was—
You kinda going, man. You kinda going. I mean, was that one day? It seemed like one day. I don't know. Who's be drawing this stuff though? They know what they be doing, drawing pictures like this.
From Tinder, but I made sure it was as obvious as possible that I was gonna be a little harder to get than a one-night stand. I told him I wanted to go out to dinner at a nice restaurant and probably wait until at least the third date until we went home together. He said that he was down for that and that he would take care of everything. On the night of—
You're not supposed to do that. Yeah, maybe on the third date we'll go. We just gonna rush to the third date. You know, been on 3 dates in one day. Goddamn.
The day, everything about Rob seemed perfect, and what some would say, too good to be true. He was gentlemanly and respectful, and I had no worries at all about paying for anything the entire night. But as the night progressed, things started to become bizarre. I remember seeing Rob oddly taking an unusual amount of pictures of me. At first, I thought he—
Ladies, what y'all do? Y'all posted up your date just like first time on a date too. He just like, yeah, I just get back to the date.
was just taking it for memories, but then he started
For
becoming
memories.
obsessive with it, like he was literally taking a photo shoot.
Yo, Rob, calm down, nigga. Damn.
With me. I then kindly asked him to put his phone away and that I didn't want my
Yeah, you
pictures
mind?
taken anymore. And that's when I could tell he was completely losing his composure. He suddenly became more rude and began to show his true colors when he began to boss the waitress around. I noticed he wasn't—
Oh yeah, that's a good sign right there. Even with like people like, even with my partners, bro, you start being mean to waiters and stuff. I don't give a damn how bad the service is, bro. Like, bro, I don't like that, man. I don't like when people just mean to, like, you know what I'm saying? And I tip all the time. My first time never not tipping was recently. I went to Top Golf, bro. This waiter was so, like, I'm talking about horrible. He wasn't mean or nothing, but like, you say, hey bro, can I get a Sprite? He ain't gonna be back with that Sprite for 15, 20 minutes. Like, and it wasn't that busy. I'm like, yo, you out of there, bro. You out of there. I've never not tipped somebody. I've even given somebody, if they bad, I just go lower. They won't get the 20. They might get the 15 or something. This guy, bro, it was, when I tell you it was horrible for me not to tip, it was horrible, bro.
been able to keep steady eye contact with me anymore. He then began to change the subject of the conversation to stuff like kinks and what I enjoyed in the bedroom. I kept telling him I wasn't interested in talking about that yet, but I noticed there was a distinct change in his behavior when he didn't get his way.
So, what did you want to do after the date?
He said.
Chill. Get some
I'll
rest.
just head home.
Yeah, there we go.
Are you sure? I mean, don't you want to, head back to my place?
What? No, absolutely not.
No. I meant head back to my place for dessert. The food here is a little underwhelming.
Okay, what dessert do you have?
I can make vanilla lava cake or a mean banana split topped with coconut pudding or just come over to my place, damn it. I thought this was the point of Tinder.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Despite how weird he was becoming, I stuck around long enough to milk his wallet for all it was worth. The longer things went on, though, the more sure
Facts, just you run it. Nah, don't even do that. This is one of them things where you just say, oh, okay, real quick, I'm going to the bathroom real fast. Or I forgot, let me grab this out of my car. Never to be seen again.
was that there wouldn't be a second date. Rob, on the other hand,
Damn, he
thought
killing
the
that
wrong
lobster.
idea. He thought just because I was spending his money that he was going to get what he wanted. But little did he know that if he had actually been respectful to me the entire time, and not just in the beginning, I might have went home with him. As we left the restaurant, he kept trying to convince me to go home with him, but I was adamant about making him wait. In reality, I really didn't want to see him again.
Just tell him, yeah, and you finna pull up. And just
But
not
I let
go.
him think that he had another chance. I then ran as far as I could away from him until it was safe enough to call an Uber. I eventually made it home.
Damn! I'm telling you, bro, who be drawing this,
Safe
bro?
enough to call an Uber. I eventually
Look, who be drawing this, man? Come on, man. Be for real,
made it
bro.
home, locked all my doors with the intention of not speaking to him again. Later in the night, just as I was headed for bed, I remember hearing notifications from my phone. It was Rob. He kept texting me even more bizarre messages than before. Now he was begging me for selfies under the context of missing me super badly.
Didn't you get
needing
enough?
some of
You
me
just
to
took enough
hold him
pictures
over
of the
until
date,
the
didn't
next
you?
time. I asked him why he couldn't just look at the dozen other selfies I already sent him, and he replied back saying, needed more, which made it pretty clear what he was really asking for. I asked him to give me some space and to respect my boundaries, which set him off on his
Just block this nigga.
pitying rant about how I was obligated to expose myself to him just because he took me out on a date.
Obligated?
At that point, I got fed up and told him to leave me alone or I was going to block him.
Ooh.
Instead of listening to me, he called me, so I immediately declined the call and blocked his number, then put my phone on silent and tried to sleep it off.
There you
I knew
go.
by then that Rob wasn't the good guy I thought he was, and that he was actually just a manipulative man-child at best, or a total psycho at worst. I thought he might get the hint and buzz off after I ghosted him, but he didn't. In the morning, he showed me who he really was. The first thing I saw on my
Excuse me?
phone was a message from him on Tinder that literally made me nauseous. It was the picture of a homemade doll he made of me. It was the kind of doll crudely put together with a pillow and some towels that
Oh, whoa! I couldn't really comprehend what I was looking at for a second. This nigga put 2 paper plates as breast.
were supposed to look like the shape of a woman's body, complete with my Tinder profile picture as the face and silicone lady parts at the bottom. And the
Oh.
icing on the cake was the caption that said,
I spent the night with this version of you. That'll have to do until I can get the real thing.
Call the
this
police.
story was inspired by a true story
Call the
regarding
police.
a woman who matched on Tinder with a male. The pair had allegedly been texting back and forth, in which the woman exchanged a selfie photo of her face, which can be seen here. But what makes the interaction all the more disturbing was how in the midst of their interaction, the man texted a photo back of a doll made of the woman using an abundance
Good night, sweet dreams, good morning. He put the iPad. Yo, do you know how like how ill-minded you have to be to do this and be like, perfect. Yes, perfect. You in the process of doing this, 1. 2, when it's done, you're like, yep, this is perfect. Let me send her a picture of this. Good night, sweet dreams. Good morning at 5:46 a.m. And then at 10:51, he sent this. Crazy people in this world. That being said, man, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Like the video, sub up, comment up, visit the channel. I appreciate y'all. Great for y'all. We are gone, man. ADD, let's do it.